I'm trying to empower parents and regular folk to start at the school boards and their local elections, build up to the state elections, and then have the state officials put pressure on the federal officials so we can make change. We have to get things prosecuted. And so, one thing I'm really proud of, Kim is part of an active group of folks that are forcing local law enforcement to actually do stuff and to get local people to appreciate what's going on. Because I think if you treat it locally and you start to get people really shoring up their communities, eventually you get to senators and you get to congressmen and you get to the power to be. And then you start to create in Washington what I feel is peer pressure, but it has to come, I believe, within the system. Lobbyists, there are so many of them, and you must assume that there must be lobbyists for this extremely negative stuff that's going on, since there seems to be this covert pressure not to prosecute. Nick, I'll prove to your point. You're a journalist. You know this from the perspective that if you go to almost any social media platform that you would use, what will happen if you put in something about vaccines? You instantly will get a little notation underneath that says, be careful, you could be getting bad information. Now, I put in, I'm 14 years old and I want to see your private parts. Nothing. I can have a whole dialogue and I'm not censored. What I'm pointing out is that is completely by design because those algorithms, the AI that is searching, and now it's called narrow AI, but it's actually looking at all of this information, instantly can see the rest of that stuff, but can't see anything sexual. No, don't buy it. It is not true. It is by design. And I thought it was very telling in Judiciary Committee when you saw Ted Cruz and some of the senators finally asking Zuckerberg, what are you going to tell the mom and dad? Now, I know this was just platitudes. I understand that. But to have him finally get up, turn around, and apologize to the parents was for me an indication that we're starting to have a little bit of hope. This message is starting to percolate up. I'm suggesting we just need to keep the pressure and we keep building these alliances at the local level and we push upwards. One of the things I'm going to try to do this year is get to Ted Cruz and other people. Because I'm in Texas. He's my local senator down the street. I'm going to try to get to him. What do I have to lose? I'm also going to try to get to any Democrat that will listen to me. What do I have to lose? At this point, what I've got to do, though, is prove to that senator and congressman that there's a whole army of little Marks and little Nicks and little Kims that are getting extremely well educated and are not very happy. And we want to see prosecution when the innocence of our children is stolen. And that is my dream. And that's what I'm doing. And Nick, it's so cool to have met you. And I hope that we can continue to have a relationship so that you can help me with my dream, which is to give people, should we say, a technology intelligence so that they can actually be better stewards of protecting our children. And at the same time, I want to help you achieve what you want is to see people prosecuted for crimes, sexual crimes, and everything else. That should happen. And it hasn't.